My roommate, 26 female, expects me to be completely silent after 10 p.m. On the second night, when I was still moving in, she imposed after 10 p.m. quiet hours, and I agreed with them. She told me that my noise late at night keeps her up, and she has trauma from being robbed as a child. The first time that she ever brought up noise to me, I wasn't even home. She asked me if I had someone in my room right after telling me that she had heard that I left the house. Then she told me that she's hearing stuff in my room. She creeped me out after that, so I put a lock on my door.
Fair.
I expressed to her that sometimes if I come home late, she's going to hear me open the front door or walk past her room to get to mine, but that it is just part of having a roommate. Hey, sorry, when you have a roommate, they tend to exist. She makes noise too that I don't want to hear, but I understand that I don't live alone. I have a sound machine and a fan in my room to drown out the noise. She told me that I get ice loudly. You get ice loudly, as if there is a way to scoop ice in complete silence. I try not to fill up my water bottle late at night, but occasionally, if I come in late, I want to fill it up before going to bed. I maybe will fill up my water bottle once a week late at night, if even that. She also brought this up about the loud ice after I had been out of town for 2 weeks and had been back home for only 2 days. She had the whole place to herself for 2 whole weeks. She's always home, so I never get space from her. But again, I understand I have a roommate, so she can be home all day, every day if she wants.
She never leaves.
She used to go to work every day until around 3, but stopped. I work from home and have an office set up in my room. After work, I like to get out of the house, and sometimes that means I'll come in a little late. I also spend time every week with my boyfriend, so I'm not even home for several days at a time. We live in a 2-story townhouse, as she has her own room and a bathroom, and so do I. And then the kitchen/common area is shared. I'm just not sure how else to deal with her. She seems to have an issue with me existing outside of her schedule. On top of that, she makes a fuss every time I have a guest. I had my boyfriend over for one night back in March, and I haven't had anyone over again until this month because of her. She argued with both of us about him hypothetically being there for weeks, and that she signed up for a single female roommate after he stayed over for one night. This girl sounds like the most entitled person. She's like, I'm entitled to quiet ice at night, by the way. He was in my room for the majority of the time he was over. We didn't even use the common area. She told me that she left that Saturday to give us space and get drinks. Mind you, she left thinking that we were home, and we weren't. We left hours before her and came back about 10 minutes before she did. She asked to speak to me, and I let her know my boyfriend was going to stay one more night. My lease says I'm allowed to have guests for a couple of days or for a weekend. She asked me if he was homeless and was trying to say she pays more in rent than me, which is not true, to justify her absurd demand.
Wait, because he stayed over for like 2 nights?
Yeah, she's trying to be like, I actually pay more money than you, so I get to tell you your boyfriend's not allowed, and also time to get ice will not be allowed after 10 p.m. You have to get your ice before 10.
Room temperature only.
She also said that she wants to be able to walk around in underwear freely. Narcissist. She wants no roommate.
She doesn't want to live with anyone. That's the thing.
You're describing what it's like to live by yourself.
You just want to live by yourself. Go do that.
Yeah, go do it. Mind you, I've never even seen her walk around in just underwear around the house. I can't even list all of the rude things that she said to both of us. I could see her arguing with someone in her car before coming inside. I believe that she was drunk and upset and took it out on us. She made me cry and ended up apologizing to both of us for being rude and was saying that she was okay with him staying another night. We decided to just leave because she made us feel uncomfortable. She's had guests over in the middle of the night before and told me last minute. So the whole conversation was just unfair. She told me that she was having guests over a couple times after the situation and no one ever showed up. She hasn't said anything about guests since. And at this point, I honestly think she feels a way about me having guests that actually show up. My boyfriend came over 2 weeks ago to go out for my birthday and was here for about an hour in my room. Then my dad came over last week to help me with some stuff in my room, and he was also here for about an hour. My roommate never even saw either of them. I just had my little sister over for the weekend, and my roommate only saw her one time when we were leaving the house. When she was home, we spent all the time in my room. I let her know that my sister would be here for the weekend, Friday night, and left Sunday morning, several days in advance, and she did not respond to my text. My sister and I came in late Saturday night, and then I was out and came in late Sunday night. But I, again, try my best to be quiet. If I use the microwave, I open it before it starts beeping. I try to use my phone flashlight to get to my room instead of turning on lights. I hold the doorknob while closing doors to avoid the click. I don't watch TV or play loud music at night. I talk on the phone outside if I know I'll be loud. I don't have guests over at all hours of the night. I go to my boyfriend's house on the weekend and sometimes several days in the week. This entire month, I've only been home like 2 or 3 days at a time. This is the first time I'm home for the weekend all month. I'm not sure what else this girl wants me to do. She said something to my landlord, so now I have to speak with her about it later. I didn't want my landlord to have to deal with this nonsense, but now that she's involved, I'm letting her know everything. I have all of our text messages to show her, and I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, and I'm tired of it. I'm just venting, but any advice would be great.